We are live. I say we, I'm kind of on here. Coach Stephen has, in true Coach Stephen fashion, forgotten a piece for the tripod. We were doing a bit of filming earlier. Let me just explain the situation. So we've got the tripod we normally set up here, which then looks there. But unfortunately, the tripod needs this little bit that goes on top, and then we can put a claw, which then holds the phone. But unfortunately, we've left it on the camera, which means we can't attach the claw. And ultimately, Stephen's had to rush home to get it sorted. So I'm going to have to hold the fort. So it's going to be the Rabbi show for the next 10 minutes. I came on early just to try and pre-warn you all, and then hopefully he'll be back in time. Hey, Big Burl, good man, he's in early. Good man, good man. Hello, Burl. You always comment. Happy days. Hello, Jules. Stephen Perry, nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. The Rabbi Show, my 10 minutes of fame and all that jazz. Are you guys ready for Friday? Great balls of fire. Yes, we are. Rob Sutherland, hi, Rab. Good evening from Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Just reminds me of Con Air quality. Well, that tune's obviously well before that. Haha, I saw a BuzzFeed article with you two as a thumbnail. Do you know what's funny? Because we had a massive buzz in... see what I did there? Massive surge in subscribers. And we had no idea where it was coming from. And then slowly but surely the messages came in and said we'd been shared on BuzzFeed. And we actually didn't know what BuzzFeed was. We're kind of like, okay, what is BuzzFeed? And then it was like 19 Scottish facts about Scotland. I'm not sure how accurate they all are, but they were sure as hell funny, right? Jose, hi, Mr. Rab. I love being called Mr. Rab. That's my pen name as well, MR Shields. There you go. Well, Rainbow, hi, Rab, looking good. I'm holding the fort by myself. Of course, I've got a very nice whiskey that I'm dipping into. I'm calling this compensation because that fecker forgot again. Susan James already. Thank you so much for the donation, Susan. You are so kind. So kind. Hi, Rab. Where's Stephen? Well, Andrew, Stephen, as I said at the very start of the feed, which you maybe missed, we've forgotten a little bit for the tripod. He is coming. He's nipped back home to get this little bit that holds the claw. Ultimately, our arms are going to get thingy. Hey, Rab, I miss you guys. Liz, we miss you too. Get on the Google Plus, Liz, because we've got the challenges in there and we haven't heard from you. I don't know if you're managing the challenges or not. But we miss you, Liz. So if you've got any questions for Rab on his own while he sits here, how am I? Halford, I'm pretty damn good, actually. My wife's away down south on a course, and I'm missing her greatly, and I'm kind of holding the fort. But luckily, I sent a little one to our grannies tonight so we can have the live feed. And other than that, I've got to just hold the fort. Hi, Rab. Still hoping to hear the story of the creepy admirer. Oh, I think, was it my story or was that Stephen's story? Dead of Winter 321, thank you so much for your donation. Sorry, the comments are coming in so quick. Can we watch him coming? Yes, we can. Hi, guys, you blah, blah. Rab, how tall are you? My friends always had this joke growing up, is you're only a man if you're 6 foot. And I'm 5'9", so you can imagine the stick they gave me. Stephen reckons he's 6 foot. I reckon he's 5'11" and a half. Probably 5'11" 3/4, but he'll tell you he's 6 foot. How are the puppies doing? Great, actually. Puppies doing really well learning. I've taught Nala to sit, paw, lie down, and she can sort of stay when it suits her. Hi, Coach Rab. What toppings do you like in your pizza? To be honest with you, Key Lime, I've exhausted all types of pizza to the point, because I kick the arse out of things, I won't lie to you. When I obsess over things, so if I go for pizza, I'll eat pizza almost every night of the week when I'm obsessing about it, and then I'll not touch it again for months. But over the years, I think I would settle on a margherita, just nice and simple, nothing too fancy. I will be in Scotland in 2 weeks, hope I find good weather. Don Greenwood, if you happen to find your way to Perth, give us a shout, we'll meet you for a coffee, that's our rule. Brazil, hello to Brazil, got lots of fans in Brazil, so big way there. Wife, okay, there goes the gay theory. Oh well, if you watch all our videos, it was fairly obvious. You're live, so don't say fucker bugger. We're going to say that minute Stephen gets here, I don't want to ruin that line. Hey Rab, it's 4:55 AM in Malaysia. Wow, I always wondered about the time difference between here and there. Wow. 4:55 in the morning, so you guys are well ahead then. What's happening, Rad? There's Michael. There's our piper, Michael Arnott. What's happening, Rad? Been too long, loving the live Q&A. Michael was the piper who pipes us everywhere we go. He's obviously had the week off because otherwise the minute we left the building he'd be chasing us. And now I want to go to Scotland just to have a mug of coffee with you two. Damn right, Stephen, if you do, come to Perth. Who wouldn't be a creepy admirer though? I can't... Did we find Phil? Where the fuck is Phil? Phil better be on tonight. Hi Rab, let me know if you can see my Sage. I am live chatting from my iPhone. I saw you, your message. Daniel, I can see your message, buddy. Hi from Ohio. I'll meet you in Perth for coffee. Perth, Western Australia. Not quite. There's my Bethany. Hello from Dallas. Dallas, yep. I salute you trying to answer as many questions as possible. I do the best dead of winter. I'd go crazy after 10 minutes if I was doing a live video. There's Kathy. Hi, Coach Rabner. Kathy. There we are, Kathy. That's just for you, my darling. Just for you. There we are. Hi from Houma, Louisiana. I've never heard of that place. Ass. Not in the live Q&A, but on the Friday video, you might get a bit of that, Herman. Bit of that. Digital map already. We've almost got it. Apparently, one of our subscribers has been so kind and created an app. We're just sorting out all the ins and outs with that and how it's going to work. We'll have to test it first and then give it a go. So, I mean, ultimately, the digital map's going to decide where we're going to go on our tour. Hi from Seattle. Darren's on. Kath has a foot fetish. Yes, she does. Everyone has their fetishes, Darren. So when will we see you gentlemen in Hawaii? Well, it depends how many people sign up for that bad boy, but we could potentially be. Fred's from Dalkeith, Midlothian. Fred, I actually built a house in Dalkeith once upon a time. Years ago when I was 18. I did some groundwork for a company as a summer job. And we were through Dalkeith. And it was a massive, massive house. I would love to see how it turned out. Maybe I should travel through. But yeah, certainly built a house there. Way, he's here! Holy shit, he made it bang on the button. Look at this bad boy. Thank you, Tonye Stolsev, for your donation.
You started without me.
I started with... I owed it to our fans. I thought you were going to be late.
No. I'm not talking about the live feed, I'm talking about the whiskey.
Oh. I actually have not taken a sip, have I, folks? Back me up here, because I genuinely haven't. My friend watches you. Shout out to Jeremy. Big shout out to Jeremy.
Is that Germany or Jeremy?
Jeremy. What whiskey are you drinking? Colin from Glasgow. We've got the Glenlivet 18-year-old, which are lean formula.
Courtesy of Rob.
Rob's a legend. He lives just outside NYC. What did Coach Steve forget? That's Michael Arnott. What does he always forget, Mikey?
This little bit. This is actually the same bit that I had to run back for when we were in the woods that day.
Okay, that wins all the way. I have had people try my last name. Okay, I'm going to try it again then. Tonje Stolstad, maybe? Kathy's saying he refused to touch it until you got here, Coach Stephen. That's so true, Kathy. I genuinely...
Kathy, you liar.
I showed her my feet and she was saying anything I was telling her after that. How come you get such open access to that gym? I don't get that at my council gym.
Because it's ours.
Kathy would never lie. Of course you wouldn't. And use block capitals, which means you really mean it. Right, we're going to have to put you on... I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put you on the stand and then we're going to pretend we're going to start all over again like it's fresh and there was no hiccups, okay? So just give us one minute. Let me put that on there, maybe. Yeah. All good.
Now got everything else sorted.
Ready?
Yeah. Well, at least they poured me a whiskey.
We are live!
Don't say fucker bugger! I don't forget stuff. What are you talking about?
To be fair, we did a lot of work earlier on.
To be honest, it's actually a good job I'm here because I was tired tonight. I am tired tonight. What's this name?
Until we get the laptop off for the comments, we're going to have to really just scooch forward and check out these bad boys. Who is fitter, Rab or Stephen? Depends what you're asking to do.
Yeah, fitness is very vast. You know, there's speed, there's strength, there's stamina, there's suppleness. I win in the suppleness.
I might win in the strength. I win on the short speed and he wins on the long speed, so it depends on the distance. Oh, we used to, it's probably different now. Did you trim your beard, Coach Steve? Now, did you, Stephen?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm actually building up to a Thor look, so.
Yeah. Why are you wearing that kind of shirt, Stephen? It's a Kilted Coaches shirt, Rob K. Why not?
What's wrong with this shirt? Should I just take it off?
Yeah, Mark, Coach Rab is stronger.
Those guns, mate.
That was alright, actually.
That's pretty good.
I nearly got a cramp doing it, though.
It's pretty good.
Stephen's nice and compact. He is indeed, isn't he? He's nice and compact. Hey. Sorry, we're just getting the comments up so they come up on laptops so we don't have to stare at the camera. Oh, let's mute that back. Hey, there we're up. Happy days.
What did I say? Rab has a fuller ass, but Stephen is nice and okay.
It's a nice way of saying I got a rounder bum. Looking sexy, Stephen. Yes, he does. Susan James. Now, Susan was first donate tonight, so.
Oh, really? Oh,
we'll
hi,
give a
Susan.
drink to you, Susan. She's always very, very kind.
Cheers to you.
This is the first drink I've had.
Oh man, that's nice.
Oh man, Rob from NYC. Thank you for
Rob, are you on this call tonight?
the Glenlivet.
It's awesome.
18-year-old bad boy.
It's awesome.
Turn the camera to the Rab's left. Oh, I see what they're saying. So, is that better? Michelangelo's there.
I feel like we're kind of off centre now.
Are we? It's maybe because of an angle, I don't know.
Yeah.
Technical faults. It's just because Rabbi started about everybody. So what movie genre do you like? Oh, a bit of everything actually.
Yeah, everything.
I could actually sit down and watch any type of movie, but the one thing I hate these days, having watched a million movies, is see when you can predict the ending.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than
although
the
wife and I were watching Aftermath with Arnold Schwarzenegger the other night.
Oh yeah.
And I did not predict that. I thought it was going to be kind of like a heartfelt kind of all going to reconcile the differences kind of movie. I knew it was based on a true story, but holy shit, that took a turn, and I was like, I never saw that one coming. But other than that, yeah. Guys, there's a way to get bigger glutes without getting my legs thicker. Not using too much weight, just high reps then. Thicker, yeah.
Yeah, in order to build a muscle, I mean, to get bigger glutes without sticking in the legs, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because the legs come into everything. And because the glutes are a lot stronger than the thighs, it's going to take much more to build the glutes than the thighs. So the thighs are all kind of going to grow more. Yeah. It's difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult.
Sorry, we're just going to adjust this camera. There's something.
I know, it's kind of annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, right now.
Who's that? Is it because this is in the wrong place? So we move this over a bit.
Watch the whiskey though. Right, which way are we going?
That way, just a wee bit.
How's that?
How's that? Is that better?
Is that better? Love your campfire video, it was a good laugh. Yeah. Do you guys have Halloween over there? Oh yeah, we do, but of course we do. Not as big as they do it in the States. It's like over here, people kind of do it and they're more private. We still do this whole trick-or-treating, but we don't necessarily decorate the streets, which is a real shame.
Yeah, it's more sort of private parties, isn't it? A bit of trick-or-treating.
Mark Winters,
boom!
Question further up the chat. Let's
okay, Mark Winters, let's see
if we can find your question.
Mark
Winters, my shoulders pop when I do push-ups and hurt. Watch the shoulders video, but any suggestions on getting them stronger?
So if they pop, it's generally because the muscle joint's not quite secure. So the shoulder joint's not a ball and socket, but it kind of acts like one. So you imagine your the top of your basically arm coming into the shoulder socket. If it's popping, it's because it's coming sort of out slightly, pop, and it's going to come pop back in again. Or sometimes it could just be like a sort of tendon flicking over the bone. Either way, it just needs to be secured a little bit more, and it's usually rotator cuff. Modern life brings our shoulders forward, including Rab and I, and our shoulders come forward, so it's really about kind of external rotation. So if you think about sort of pulling your sort of elbow down and opening up the chest as much as you can. So any movement that does this, so I'm a big, I call it the Bruce Lee backhand. But don't do it fast like that.
You have to do it with that sound though, right?
Yeah, grab a weight, like a light dumbbell, and just sort of do a few sort of external rotations, lifting up like so, and every time you bring it up, try and squeeze in your shoulder blade flat against your rib cage, and the more you can squeeze that, the more it's going to secure your shoulders. And that's, other than seeing you personally, that's the best advice I can give you.
Juninho's asking, do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Damn Skippy, we do.
Of course we do.
Of course we do. Somebody says, Stephen, take off your shirt, we can see you better. I happen to agree. I can't even see you, mate. I can't even see you.
I'm here.
Have you guys ever experienced bullying when you were younger? bullying is a very, very real thing, and I completely appreciate it. When I was growing up, I just had a different mentality that I wouldn't allow myself. Now, I know that doesn't apply to everyone. I've got younger brothers who get bullied, so I understand one mentality doesn't work for everyone. But growing up, I wouldn't allow myself to get bullied. Any situation that I felt. Actually, growing up, for a small period of time, I did get bullied by girls. Yeah. And it was because what used to happen was, I had a big brother who was 4 years older than I was, so we used to get clothes handed down through the line. But the gap, I grew a lot faster than him. And anyway, cut a long story short, I had trousers that didn't quite go all the way down to the shoe, and the girls used to rip me for them. They used to call me half-mast, and every time I sat down on a chair it was worse because they were driving up even higher. And the thing is about a girl, you can't even do anything about it. If it was a boy, you can't punch them in the face. Exactly, yeah, you can't do it. So yeah, to a certain degree I did experience a small level of bullying, but if any guy tried to bully me, even if they could have kicked my ass, I still faced up to them. That was just my mentality. But I do understand bullying is a very real thing. It's very... People need to get a handle on that kind of thing. Yeah, I think people, but schools, everyone needs to.
I believe that most people experience bullying to a certain degree. Now, there's bullying from, if you put it on a scale of 1 to 100, some people really do experience that 100, and it's such a shame, and it can cause a lot of sort of heartache. But I believe that everybody sort of does experience it because kids are kids, and that's it. And yeah, I experienced a little bit of bullying when I was a kid, just like anybody else. I was the same, hand-me-down clothes. I got hand-me-down clothes from my big brother, who got them hand-me-down from our big cousin, and that's kind of what we did. That was just the way it was. We didn't come up with a lot of money. It's actually, I think it creates a really nice way of life when you're older, because you can appreciate things a lot more.
What's interesting as well was that when you get older, you reflect on things, and I think back to my school years all the time, and I reflect back to a time where I was bullying someone and didn't realise I was doing it, and I feel terrible for it even to this day. It was someone who was in my English class, and the poor girl had this nervous twitch in her eyebrows. Now, I would never pick her up on it. Normally I would never pick her up on it. It was a real shame. She'd be kind of doing the twitch, and I felt terrible for her. I was like,
she didn't fancy it.
No, but it was just maybe she did, but she fancied everyone then because she was doing it to everybody. Bloody shame. But anyway, there was one day where I had to work with her for something, and it got to the point where I couldn't stop fixating on this twitch, and she actually called me out of it, and she's like, what is it, I was laughing and I couldn't help it. Now, years later I look back, and she was a lovely girl. She was into her books, and I'm into my books, and I wish I'd just spent more time asking about what she was reading rather than fixating on this feckin' twitch, because one rule of thumb is never make fun of someone for something they can't help. Yeah. And I feel terrible that I was a young 14, 15 year, whatever I was, and it was... Anyway, that's my big regret. Yeah. Stephen Perry, thank you so much for your donation.
Stephen Perry, and even if you spell it wrong.
This is one Stephen to another, fair play. What are your favourite cartoon cats? It's got to be the Thundercats, man. It's got to be the Thundercats. Gotta be.
What other cartoon cats is there?
There's Garfield, I guess. There's
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Yeah. There's quite a lot of cats actually, isn't there? Sylvester was a cat as well.
Oh yeah, Garfield.
Can you please do a shout out for marriage equality in Australia? Love is love. Is that not? Do we not have that in Australia? I don't know.
What's that? Shout out to what? What
marriage equality in Australia.
I don't know.
I didn't. Do you guys not have that yet?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let us know about that. We just assumed. I mean, it is a fairly new thing, I guess.
Is it?
For to be honest, my opinion is going to catch on, because I think this whole LGBTQA thing, I think it's just getting a bit ridiculous now. Really, what they need to do is just say there's people and there's assholes. Just forget about all those letters and stuff. And I think the more countries that just say, do you know what? Yeah, you can get married if you want.
Do what you want to do, right? Yeah.
There's just going to be this bunch of countries that are assholes that are saying, no, you can't do that.
The one thing, see anyone that has any sort of objection to a man marrying a man, a woman marrying a woman, the first thing you say to them is, imagine you had a daughter and they fell in love with a girl. Would you disown that daughter? Would you fuck? She'd still be your daughter. Yeah. And that's what these idiots need to remember, is that could be your son or your daughter. You don't choose who you fall in love with, and you've got to support them all the way. So yeah, hopefully the world will see sense eventually.
So Anne, hi Anne, just saying thanks for the help last night. Been out today, stocked my fridge, good protein filled foods, excellent Anne. And yeah, you stick to the damn plan.
Stick to the damn plan, Anne. Susan Janes, I'm learning Gaelic. Do you speak it? I'm really sorry, Susan. We were just talking about this today, actually, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's not a language that we speak.
Yeah, Gaelic's something that it doesn't really get spoken in that many places. There are a few.
Very north of Scotland, and even then, it's...
I'm all up for learning things that are going to be very helpful, like learning how to do live feeds on YouTube. I feel like we're really low down.
Oh yeah, possibly. See, for me, I think it's more important learning the history of Scotland rather than trying to learn the ancient language.
Yeah.
Just because it's a funny one. It's not like there's that many ancient scripts that we would have to read that were in Gaelic. I think it's important to know the stories rather than to speak language, because there's very, very few places that even attempt to speak the language, and even if they did speak the language every day, people would come in speaking English and they would just speak English anyway.
I think Welsh is much more widely spoken in Wales.
Yeah.
And it's a language that obviously they do use every day, and there's many areas. Gaelic, not so much, unless you're going to some of the islands, I guess. Somebody was asking about racism in Scotland. Where was that?
What were they asking about?
I can't remember. Basically asking what was the view. I think there was the views were that in Scotland racism's still quite rife. But I don't know if it is.
I don't really come across it anymore.
No.
It's making sure. In my personal experience, people make comments as a joke or as references to movies, but they don't genuinely mean it. You know, they're just saying a line from a movie. I won't repeat any lines. However, they don't genuinely feel it, because they'll come across people of all different backgrounds and they won't judge. They just won't. But there are countries where they will genuinely judge and actually go to the point where it's not saying anything, because they're judging them so badly they don't want to say anything out loud because they're going to demean themselves. It's not anything I've seen here anyway.
No, definitely not.
What was saying?
Do you rate Nicola Sturgeon? She's a very good politician.
Oh, somebody teaches workouts. R. Phoenix Hernandez, you teach me. Thank you very much for your donation. You teach me workouts, but more important, you make me think. You guys are awesome. Must be watching our Mindset Mondays.
Yeah, do you know what? That's a really, really nice compliment. We make you think, and if more people think in the world, there would be a lot less bullshit.
Don Greenwood, I'm a gay man who was married. He was married for 19 years. I have a son who came out 7 years ago too. Love is love. We're coming to Scotland. Sure. Don, if you come to Perth, buddy, you're very welcome to buy us a coffee. We always put it that way around. Yeah. If you happen to find yourself in Perth, Don, we'd love to meet you.
Give us a shout, and we'd love to have a coffee with any of you.
Yeah. Thumb war, go. Gets a bit vicious. I'm not dropping this, lol, BB. I can't give up my Baileys or beer though. And I think you need to just hulk up, move that piano in your front room and get back to work. None of this piano nonsense. You actually only need to lie on the floor, and I'm just throwing this out there. You need like the Da Vinci space. Now,
well guys, you heard it here first. Rab wants Anne lying on her back. You heard it here first.
I'm not even going to deny it.
Now you're going to tell her to spread her legs and arms, right?
Arms to check out the
just the arms, not the legs though.
Arms and legs.
Oh, arms and legs.
Okay. Yeah. Just to sort of check the area. That's the only space you need. You don't need a lot. And we want Rab lying on his with my feet in the air, Kathy. I bet.
Who is Stephen Tark? No idea.
Do you watch the Throne series? Are you assuming Game of Thrones? Somebody please tell me I'm reminding of Jon Snow. That would be awesome.
How close is Perth to St Andrews? About an hour.
I've done it in 45 minutes.
You can do it quickly if you know where you're going and there's no traffic.
Yeah. But I used to drive it in 45 minutes. I used to work there and go to Perth.
5 hours back. Jeremy asked, can you guys do a dance? Only for donations.
Yes, amen. If you do a donation, we will do the Kilted wiggle. There you are. Oh, there's Rob. Rob, Thank you so much, buddy, for your 18-year-old Glen Limit. We almost forgot what an 18-year-old tastes like. Clinky. So glad he didn't get us a 12-year-old. That saying would be so much creepier.
You just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you just couldn't do it. It's really bad. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Rob.
Schwarzenegger or Frigo? Schwarzenegger all the way.
I'm going to see your belly button, am I?
Rob K, if you ever wanted to see mine, you'd have to dig through Quincy, because he's hidden in there somewhere.
Asking, is walking a good exercise? Yes, walking is one of the most underused exercises.
Yeah.
I mean, see, we're actually going to do a video. We shouldn't give this away, but it's kind of along the same lines of missing the forest for the trees. So many people focus on the minute details, and we've had questions like, what protein is going to be better to take, casein or whey protein?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, do you know what? It's one of those minute details that just go walking.
Unless you're a super athlete that's trained to the absolute number,
yeah,
it's not going to
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Walking is something that everybody can do, and if everybody just walked, say, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours a day, okay, that seems like a lot, but you got to remember about our history, our evolution. We were walking all the time, we were always on our feet. We were either walking, standing or squatting. We never sat down, we never kind of lay down to sleep, and that was it. So walk more, and honestly it's the best form of exercise ever, because everybody can do it and you can do it for a long period of time.
Callisto, that's an awesome name. Callisto. I do your shoulder boulder routine, very good, kills me though. We've actually just filmed a new routine which is part of something surprising come today, which I was just going to say to you, mate, how's your legs and glutes?
Fired up.
I'm going to do that again tomorrow. I was loving that workout.
So I put Tilly in the kitchen, and I've got a stair gate that goes up so she can't get out, and I've got to like sort of step over it, so my legs are sort of coming up, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Mr. Doug 41, I've asked twice and nobody said how to make a donation. So Mr. Doug, there's a super chat option. We're going to be honest, we don't entirely know how it works.
That's just the way
I think it's
are.
in the comment section, there's maybe a $ sign, and you can make your comment, and somebody's just given a donation. The Feeling. Thank you so much for your donation.
Where are you from, and do you have a question? And is that a witch hat that you're wearing?
Oh, I think it is.
Sexy chest, Rab. I love a hairy chest.
Susan, because you donated first, I'm going to show you that again. Welcome to Quincy.
You have no idea how thick that actually is.
It really is actually pretty thick, right? Oh well. You'd get lost in there, right? Red Dwarf or Star Trek? Oh shit! Scroll up, man.
Red Dwarf or Star Trek?
Both. But Red Dwarf's funny as fuck,
Red Dwarf for me. Like, Star Trek's great and all,
they're different genres, I mean, like...
I know. Did you hear the story about when Red Dwarf first came out, and Patrick Stewart was watching it, and he's just like, what the hell is this? And he was on the phone to his lawyer, going to get them taken down and going to sue them. And then as he was on the phone, waiting for his lawyer to pick up, he was watching, he was like, oh, this is funny, man. And he put it down.
Oh, genius, genius.
Yeah.
Red Dwarf, we love Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
I used to love the cat. You know what I loved about Red Dwarf is they dealt with lots of issues with religion, they dealt with politics, they dealt with war, but they did it in such a funny way.
It was the one, and you mentioned the toaster the other day.
Yeah.
Because that was the one with the religion, right?
Yeah.
They all killed each other because they were arguing over the hats were going to be blue or the red.
Yeah, that's right. So where was the house show bit?
Joe Suarez.
Joe's on! Have you ever guys... Oh, scroll down. Sorry, wait now. Let's see.
This is not exactly easy to navigate. Oh, there it is.
Have you guys thought about making a video with aquatic exercise? I used to teach aqua aerobics.
Yeah, as did I.
So, yeah, we could be just have to get sorted in. Aqua aerobics is actually a tough workout. I remember I was teaching aqua aerobics long before I went on the course. I went on the course to get more ideas. And, holy shit, there was me and there was a bodybuilder guy, a lot chunkier than I was. And the lady taking the course just says, right guys, just whatever move we give you, just go to town on it. Man, we were burst. We were burst. Like after 10 minutes, there was all the woggles and whatever, fast you can.
The only problem with us doing that is with the kilted coaches, we've got to wear our kilts. And doing that in water, it's not going to work.
Can't use super chat on mobile.
Oh really?
Oh no. Well, maybe that's the problem. You need to get... Rab is accurate to say that you have the biggest man crush on Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's awesome, right?
Tom Hardy is awesome.
Yeah,
He's just
from
not as good as
Amsterdam. Stephen should really submit his pick for the cover of Men's Health. He really should.
Oh, really?
That's
I guess.
Red Dwarf for me, and we should just marry you, Anne. That's all. Stephen Perry loves some Red Dwarf. I could get lost in Quincy. Rab, can you dance, please? I love it. Thank you, made my night. Rumor. Rumor. It's funny, right? Oh, Rab, did you tight the dog on your nuts? That was pretty sore actually. That really was. Like, it's funny, you could get hit in the nuts, like a clean shot. Well, I say a clean shot. Something that looked like it's bad and isn't really hard, but sometimes just that little ding that takes you down, and that's what happened. I was like, it hit me, and then it's like a wave. It takes like it's a whole second later, and then you're like,
do you know what's worse about it? You know when it's happened, like it's not sore yet, but I know it's going to be mega sore in like 2 seconds. You know it's going to come.
Tartan Speedos, Kilted Speedos, yeah, we need to get that sorted.
Right, has anyone got any questions on health and fitness? Because I'm not talking about tartan Speedos.
What are your watches? I'll let Stephen explain these bad boys.
These are G-Shocks, and I got it because I had a white G-Shock that I wear during my PT. And
I got cheap shit.
Rab always buys a cheap shit, and his reasoning is, but when they break it's fine because they just go and spend £5 and get another one, and it's okay. And but the G-Shocks are great because you can chuck them around and you can bash them against weights and whatnot and they don't break. But it had a countdown timer function on it that you really like. You're like, oh man, because it beeps the last 10 seconds so you know when the time's coming up. So anyway, because Rab held the fort when I was on holiday, this was my gift to him to say, I appreciate your time, buddy.
Sweet. Nadine was asking how fast should we finish the week 3 workout. Nadine,
finished.
Now because every time Nadine comments we have to swirl the hair. You ready, Nadine? Nadine's got awesome hair and she's worth it.
Nadine, I've actually just put this on today. If you go back into the app and click on, there should be like a notes thing. It'll tell you exactly how long the workout should last. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I just did it today. It's like 30 minutes for week 1, maybe 29. I can't remember. Maybe 20. I'm going to say 23 minutes. I'm going to say 23 minutes.
Jack, thank you so much for your donation. But Jack, we recognise your avatar from a different name. Do you use a different name?
Churchill, do you?
I could have sworn he uses a different. I recognise that avatar.
Really?
Maybe because sometimes it depends. You can have different names.
Well, actually, we've got a map. We need to put the map on.
I know. I've seen that when I was sitting in the chair. I didn't really explain it very well.
Yeah. So basically, what I need you guys to do, I'm going to put a little link on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, then tough shit, can't take part. But if you are on Facebook, go to our page. I'm going to put this on right now.
He's on it. Can you walk on your hands? Rob's going to ask us to prove it. So far, not yet.
So we give it a
try. Jump Jack from St. Louis, Missouri. Happy days, Jack. Evening guys, can I get bigger with it? Oh fuck. Can I get bigger without heavy weights? Is my last leg set were 110 to send me to atrial fibrillation, holy shit. Just go high reps then, Carl. If you don't want to go heavy weights, just go high reps.
Can I get bigger? Yeah, see, I'd always say if you're having some major health problems, I'd always question your motives as to why you want to get bigger. Publish. I've not done it yet, guys, so just bear with me.
Susan James is asking, what's best for belly fat, reducing overall body fat content. So try not to panic too much with site specific, just address the body as a whole. It's generally belly fat is the first place it goes, last place it leaves. So if you want belly fat to reduce, you're in it for the long haul.
Right guys, I've just put on Facebook, on our Kilted Coaches page, a link to our map. If you go to that page and just pop in your details, it's like a name and an email address, it'll actually register your location in the world. You don't have to do anything with that, like longitude, latitude, and it'll mark your location on the map. Then we can get basically notified of where all you guys are. So please go and do that and test it out for us.
Nadine's asking, how do you keep weight loss going without losing your boobs and butt?
Ooh,
you've got to hold on tight to them. pick one, either the boobs or the butt, hold on tight. Nah, that's actually.
If you need an extra pair of hands, you know where we are.
That's probably the sleaziest thing we've ever said. No, actually, you're at the mercy of
genetics.
Now, with your bum, if you keep protein high, you potentially hold on to a lot of the lean muscle that'll be in there. Yeah. And therefore, you could potentially maintain the bum.
Yeah. So bum is all muscle. For boobs, you're also looking at fat. So you want to be actually making sure that you've got a lot of healthy fats in.
Yeah.
So looking at your nuts and seeds, avocados, different oils, oily fish.
But ultimately, you're at the mercy of genetics.
You are. You can basically try and make sure your body has got a supply of fat, but it's a lot of genetics.
The big Rodder said he's donating $100 for your trip. That should get you a few pounds. Rodder, bloody hell, well done. Rodder's a good man. Now, Rodders, you need to let us know how you're getting on with your
with your fitness journey.
Now, Rodders has been great. Rodders has been commenting for months, and I think we've been at him, keeping at him, and he's decided to get back into fitness. Now, I think he's been at it 2 months now.
I think it's been a couple of months.
Hopefully he's made some big changes. We're keen to know how he's gone.
Yeah.
Redme XXX, we don't speak Russian. You'll need to maybe translate it for us. We don't have a translate here. I know you put questions, you've asked a question, I'm really sorry. Bethany's asked, I notice my elbows feel like the bones are grinding when I do press ups in the elbows, you're saying, yep. Is there anything I can do to minimise it, or just need to deal with it? Depends, are you going narrow on the press ups or are you going wide? Because if you're going narrow, you could try going wide, see if that eases the pain.
Yeah, there's also so many different angles. In the military, it's always kind of here, and you're sort of pushing it very narrow. It does actually put a lot of pressure on the elbows and the shoulders. So as you're coming out wider, you get more on the shoulders. But ultimately, just check your hand position as well, because sometimes if you are too narrow, especially if you're doing like this, your elbows sort of flail out to the sides, and it puts more pressure on them. So maybe go wider with the hands and get it more into the chest and shoulders.
The other thing you could do is you could start to elevate the upper body, so maybe do them onto a step or a chair. It'll take a little bit of the load off the upper body, just do higher reps or longer time. That's another way.
And always remember, if you are having major problems with a particular exercise, then just don't do it. There's plenty of other ways of working the same muscles. I know it's kind of handy to be able to do press ups because you can do them anywhere, but if you can't do them without injury, then don't do them.
So a couple of weeks back we were talking, last week before we were talking about, we were trying to visualise our regular subscriber Kathy. We're like, one day we'll meet you, Kathy. We're trying to visualise what you look like, and obviously we're talking about hands onto boobs and glutes, and Kathy's saying may need an extra 4 hands. So she's obviously voluptuous, so good on you, Kathy, good on you. Redme, we don't speak Russian, I'm sorry, I need to translate that.
Yeah, Redme, can you put that in English?
Bethany,
double jointed in my elbows.
Okay, just make sure your elbows are not coming in, Bethany. Maybe just don't lock out. So if you come up, keep a soft elbow, Bethany, then come down again. If you lock out and you're double jointed, your elbow will come in and it can put pressure. Just keep, it'll actually be a harder press up because you have constant tension.
Is it true sex is the best exercise? It depends on how long you go for.
Now, somebody's asking.
Oh, that's what we were talking about, remember?
Creepy admirer. Now that was one was that the one you were not going to tell?
That's the one I wasn't going to tell on our live.
It's funny because they were asking me at the start of the show and I was like, was that my story?
Remember when we talked about it?
And you were not.
And I was like, what was I not going to tell?
That's what it was.
I actually couldn't remember what I wasn't going to tell you.
Yeah, we couldn't remember what we couldn't remember.
But now you said creepy admirer, I do remember. I'm still not telling you.
Oh man, you got to tell it now.
Oh.
I can see a map behind. Yes. Now, if you donate, you get your name on the map. Ultimately. There's a man from Taiwan, Z7220.
I know, he was awesome on Tuesday, right?
If you're on, we need a nickname for you, buddy, because you're awesome.
So see over here, you have a weakness for cookies. I certainly do, Stephen Perry. I like a cookie. That's a good question. David G. Can a high protein diet affect your kidneys? Yes and no. It's more likely to affect your liver, if anything. However, but you're talking like sort of bodybuilder style, where they're like all you eat is protein, then yes. And it's not so much the high protein, it's the lack of other nutrients. Your body can process a hell of a lot if it's got the right nutrients to do so. So I would always say, if you've got a balanced diet, like it's really hard to have an abnormally high protein diet, right? I think I said this, was it on the live feed on Tuesday? I was talking about this. Anyway, I did a quick bit of math. Say for an average male, for instance, is 2,500 calories.
Just a live feed the other day.
Yeah. So if you're looking like a balanced diet, is maybe 30% protein, okay, so which is quite a low amount. So 30% protein on, let's call it a 2,000 calorie diet, because it's easier to calculate for me. 10% is 200, therefore 30% is 600. So 600 calories worth of protein is 150 grams. Okay, 150 grams of protein, you're looking at 5 smoked chicken breasts per day. Okay, now that 5 chicken breasts, people say, oh, that's a high protein diet. That's only 30% of a 2,000 calorie diet. So it's going to be really, really difficult to have an abnormally high protein diet. Be just eating protein all day. I mean, you may as well just get a bloody drip. You know, protein shake in your drip. So it is quite difficult. If you're eating like loads of vegetables, you're having some healthy fats, you're having some moderate carbohydrates, then it's not going to be bad for your kidneys.
Nadine's changed her set point to 146. Can my body and metabolism get used to my lean formula way of eating and stop working in the long run? We can stop working, let's see. Your metabolism stop working. No, your set point will change, Nadine. And then what will happen is you'll settle around 146. If you want to continue losing, then keep following those principles. Eventually you'll balance out.
Yeah, depending on what stage you get to also, you could get to a stage where you're really enjoying all the exercise that you're doing, you want to sort of ramp up, you want to be doing more sort of sets, more maybe into some weight training, and you might find that you have to eat more, Nadine, and that's a very, very common occurrence for sort of PT clients. You know, they get to a certain level, in order for them to keep it going, you have to eat more. Now, we're not saying do that right now, however it might come to that, but absolutely, you want to get to a stage where, like I've had clients who say, Stephen, I don't want to lose any more weight. I'm like, oh, that's great, you don't have to. She's like, but I'm still losing weight. I can't eat enough to just to maintain my weight, and that's because metabolism's so high. So the answer to that is really sort of trial and error. Just kind of play around with your activity level, your food, but you're not at that stage yet. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're doing great.
And in the meantime, Nadine, shake that hair. Now somebody asked about creating a V-taper. Daniel, how can a guy really build that V shape? Well, if you have weights, focus on the back because that's what builds it. If not, use pull-ups. Wide grip, really wide, and that builds a nice wide set of lats.
Is he talking? Yes. I'm thinking because there's two V's that people talk about. There's the V that you're really good at with your wide shoulders and your narrow waist, but then other people talk about the V that comes down the sort of pubic area. Yeah. I think he's talking about the big wedge shape.
Our Phoenix Hernandez, what do you guys think of coconut oil? We love it.
Coconut oil is so handy to cook with. It's certainly there's a lot of hype about it, through social media, saying just one spoonful of this and it's really good for burning more fat, and it's amazing for this, that, and the other. There are some health benefits to it, but at the end of the day, it's a saturated fat, and it should be treated as such. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's certainly no magical properties.
Brian S says, how does one donate to your Travel to USA fund? So Brian, there's a super chat option. If you're on your laptop or whatever device, you can donate that way. Nadine says, I love coconut oil for my hair. That's her secret.
Yeah, that's
coconut
secret.
Oil. She's bound to, right? You mean to fucking laugh more than that, fucking hell.
Do you approve of the Snake Foundation?
No idea what that is. I actually fucking hate snakes, so if it's anything to do with actual snakes, then Rab does not approve.
What do we want to do with the Facebook link? If you go to the Facebook link, hopefully it's working. Joe's saying it's not working. If you go to that Facebook link, then just put your name and I think it's your email address and submit details. It'll actually register your current location in the world and it'll put it onto the map for us.
Because the idea is we want to come away from this crummy version of pen. Whatever. Ken's saying it worked for him.
Well,
Joe's saying it didn't work. Mark, it's worked for him. Joe's tried 4 times. I used the link. Can you confirm by email? No idea.
I'm not sure.
Nope. You know how technical we are at the Kilted Coaches. What you talk about? Snakes are great. Want to fight me? I fucking hate snakes. I'll fight you for a snake as long as you kill it afterwards. Do you guys have any sites or tips to buy protein? If you go online, you can find. I mean, over the years I've bought lots of different brands. I don't necessarily endorse any one brand, but at the moment I've been enjoying myprotein.com. They've got loads of cheap stuff, so you can find everything there. You go down different route, don't you? You go.
To be honest, I'm actually out of protein at the moment.
Right.
I'm just trying to see if this link works.
Vinny Harris is what we're drinking tonight. Well, one of our lean
Rob, who I
formula.
think maybe some people listening,
Yeah.
bought us a bottle of Glenlivet
18-year-old, which we had it last week. We just didn't open it because we'd kicked the arse out of the drink on the Tuesday, so we played it nice on Thursday. Whereas tonight we can have a whiskey. How do you guys get the V shape in the crotch? Good question. Low body fat to starters.
Yeah, it's a low body fat, and it's getting the definition between the leg muscles and the abdomen.
And I believe hanging leg raises are very, very good for them as well.
Yeah, anything sort of strength orientated for the lower abs is going to be really, really good.
Can't find
Balvenie, please. Balvenie's a nice one. Piper 12056.
David's asking, do we have a workout DVD? No, David, but very shortly we've got something else coming, so hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, coming up next month.
Kathy, you sly dog, you. Can you demonstrate the leg raises?
Hey.
Maybe in one of our videos. Jacqueline's asking, do you both have them? Is she meaning...
Both have them, as in like the V shape?
Are you drinking? Because last time people asked for a drunken Q&A. We always have a drink on our live Q&A.
Yeah.
We always have whiskey.
We just didn't last week because on the Tuesday before that we got rather tipsy in Edinburgh, so we decided on the Thursday we're not going to drink because we don't like to have too much. But yeah, certainly every Thursday we're going to be doing this from now on.
Every Thursday is a whiskey. Anyway.
Hug from Switzerland. Would you like to know if stretches make a difference in the exercise and the importance of posture during the exercises? So I'm a big believer of your posture is adapted due to how you hold yourself generally throughout the whole day. So if you're exercising, I believe that you strengthen up the muscles that you're working, but then your body will hold itself better in the position that you're in. So say for instance, if you were lunging and you're constantly sort of dropping forward and strengthening up your leg muscles, but you've got this bad posture, your leg muscles are going to be strongest while you've got bad posture. You really want to be maintaining good posture, whether that be bench press, squatting, lunging, whatever.
Paul Fulcher's asking, is there any way to stop the natural increase in body fat as you get older? Now, Paul, we did a video, now it's relevant for everyone actually. It was how to get abs after 40 for men, and it deals with certain issues with supplement and nutrition, which will boost hormone production. So ultimately for men, as we get older, we need to keep our testosterone as high as possible to maintain the muscle. So I'm guessing by what you're asking there is that perhaps you're either late 30s or 40s or 50s, whatever age you are, and testosterone's dropping, and what then tends to happen is as that drops, you've got more fat storage. So if you watch that video, it's how to get abs after 40, you'll get some top tips there that will hopefully answer that question for you. I always skip leg days. Hamzo 0. Shame on you. Never skip leg day unless there's a fire, and then you've got an excuse. Joker's online. He's my favourite Scottish buddies. I missed you guys last week. I was in North Carolina. So why did you miss us, Joker?
Yeah.
If we're your favourite, why did you miss us?
Where the hell were you?
Does North Carolina not have an internet signal apparently? Poor North Carolina, right? I have to be lobotomized every week or 2 weeks for about a year. I've noticed that my car is now being phlebotomized. I thought it was lobotomized.
The map shows my location, but they don't take my name. You don't necessarily have to put your details in. They're completely optional.
Oh, Michael's asking, where are the little hands? I'll show you the little hands of Michelangelo.
I actually don't have mine because I took mine out earlier.
What were you doing with it?
I'm not going to answer that question.
He's so frustrated. He's frustrated. Struck his beard. You ever seen the movie Beer Fest? Actually, he's playing with the doll, and he's like, "I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated." And eventually breaks the doll, and he finds the ingredients for the beard. Anyway, that's what I'm.
What's the film when he's got like the small hand and he's like touching stuff?
Oh, that's like Scary Movie 2. Yeah. It's like stir the mashed potato. Little girl, that's little Lindsay. Hi, coach. She's just got home from work and happy to see you.
Hey, hi.
Did you get a Game of Thrones spore, Nadine? No, I didn't, Nadine, but damn, bet you did. Did anybody watch the leaked episode? I'm going to be proud and say I did not, because I'm not a knockoff Nigel. I will wait till Sunday night or whenever it comes out.
You guys should be on the cover of Men's Fitness magazine. I'm pretty sure that's a typo. You either mean fitness or fatness.
Are you guys wearing your kilts, Jason? Yes.
Of course we are. Look. Hey.
It's just we hide behind this bench. We've got a funny setup tonight. What's going on here? Little Hands makes me think of Deadpool. That's an awesome movie, isn't it? Actually, somebody died on the set of Deadpool 2, one of the stunt ladies.
Oh, really?
I just saw that literally. I don't know what she was trying to do or what particular stunt, but it's a real shame. Some stunt lady died. So we should drink to her, actually, to stunt ladies.
Yeah.
I couldn't be a stunt lady. I'd do my back. What's your opinion on nudism? Well, each to their own, right? I mean,
have you seen our Friday videos?
it's big believers in each their own. Everyone has their own desires in life. As long as it's not affecting the health or happiness of someone else, then do what the hell you want.
Yeah. I think the whole world needs to chill the fuck out.
Chill the fuck out, yeah. I mean,
there's so many different opinions and there's so many different stupid laws as well.
If you're into nudism and you know you're into nudism, then go somewhere where no one's going to see you and you're not going to upset anyone, and then fucking enjoy yourself, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I can understand if it upsets her. If I was walking along with my daughter, she'd probably find it funny regardless. But nonetheless, if I was walking her and somebody was naked walking the other way, she might be a wee bit upset, you know, and I can understand that. But ultimately, if you knew you were into being nudist, there's that nudist rambler who is just...
There's ways to go about it, and let's be fair, we do it every Friday. Right, but it's a few seconds worth. We make sure that we're in private, nobody's going to find us, and we just get it done. Each to their own, you know. As long as you're not breaking any laws and you're not offending or scarring anybody for life.
Yeah. The whole world needs to just chill the fuck out. That's right. Opinion of mooning. Well, if it's at the English, it's fair, right? Just kidding to Vinny, I'm just kidding. I know you're from England, buddy. And somebody else is from Bath. I can't remember who's one of our regulars from Bath.
Yeah, and Anne's from Devon.
Yeah, so anyway, that's just tongue in cheek, right?
Yeah, we don't actually hate the English.
Is this live Q&A drunk edition? We always have a drink, Osmar. Always. It was just last Thursday we didn't. Are you guys UFO believers? I believe in something else.
Yeah, it's a bit of an obscure question as well. I mean, ultimately, if you take it word for word, an unidentified flying object, they're all over the place. Unless you know what it is, then it's a UFO. But if you believe in aliens, I'm not sure.
Darren saying you can walk the streets naked in Vera? Where's Vera?
Where is Vera? Or who is Vera?
Oh, New York, do you have a DVD workout?
Paul Fulker from Kent. Paul, when I was in the army, I was based in Kent for a lot of my training.
What Joker saying? My mum doesn't have internet. She had two. Oh dear. So he was in North Carolina. That's why he didn't have his internet.
Okay, Joker, we'll let you off for that one.
Yeah, this week.
That just jumps all the time, doesn't it?
Sorry, the comments come flying in and it's hard to keep track. Do you wear underwear?
Of course not. Maciel? No.
Why don't you run for parliament? Because politics suck.
And most politicians are dicks.
Most? They're fucking all lying fuckers. Do you know what it is about politicians, and it rubs me the wrong way? You'll see a young politician. There's actually one at the moment who's very, very good in Scotland, but it's because she's young, she's new to the scene, and she tells it like it is. But I know for a fact in the next 10 years, she's going to start playing ball. Now what happens, these politicians, what I mean by starting to play ball, is they start to deflect. They get asked a direct question, and instead of answering the question, they fucking deflect it, and it pisses me off, because I see it time and time again. I'm like, answer the fucking question. See if they change the law that these politicians, because they're, elected by us, have to answer questions directly with a yes or no, or at least a decent explanation, then everything would change. But no, they deflect so they can't be held accountable, and that pisses me off, and that's why
ultimately
confidence is like...
on the face of it, politicians are there to do a job to serve the public, to make sure the country's run properly, but all that's in their head is they want to be elected, they want to stay in parliament, they want to kind of stay and have the power, and that's what drives a lot of their decisions.
Yeah. So once they start answering questions directly, they'll get my respect. Until then, you politicians out there can go fuck yourselves.
One of my clients, who's a very clever guy, said one of the main criteria for Prime Minister or the President of the US should be that they're only allowed the job if they don't want it.
Is that right?
Yeah, because as soon as you want that job, you want that power.
Yeah.
You just see these power-hungry assholes.
Yeah, they're all about posturing and whatever. Yeah. Land Rover lover, and he's got his Kilted coaches thing on the avatar. This guy's a legend.
Land Rover lover.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for
your
your donation.
On the map? Where are you on the map?
He's on the map. I'm sure about it. He's definitely donated before. And he donates with the most muscular with his logo on. It's awesome. Do you enjoy other alcoholic beverages besides whiskey, wine, etc.? Yes. Wine, gin. I like Crab when he says fuck, he's so sexy.
Are you guys
chatting? Fuck those politicians.
Are you guys just chatting to each other here? This is nice. Hello, Stephen Perry.
Get the chat on the go.
Hello, Larry.
Ricardo Verdiano. There's some awesome names, right?
No, first time in Pennsylvania, closer to Pittsburgh than Philadelphia. No, it's the first time.
Well, he certainly chats all the time. Maybe
yeah, he chats all the time.
Pennsylvania.
Where is Pennsylvania?
It's near Philadelphia, which is up here.
Philly.
Boom. Rocky Balboa territory.
Yeah. Pittsburgh.
Rover, lover, whatever. Yeah. You get your name up there because you're awesome.
There you are. Oh.
You look like you're enjoying your whiskey. We always enjoy whiskey.
Yeah.
How are your balls? Toasted? They were fucking close.
I know.
Yep. Any from the UK here? And there's a few of you there actually. You're not alone. Right, put an X or whatever in Charlotte. Stephen Perry. Why not, right?
Put Charlotte?
Who's Charlotte? I was at school with a girl called Charlotte and she was pretty hot, Stephen. We need to be clear what you're meaning there, buddy.
I don't see Denver, Colorado marked on your map. Beta Jack's 18. Columbus, watched you. New Zealand. How are the puppies? Oh, it was yours that got caught in the wire, so how are the puppies?
Caught in the wire?
Aye.
Caught in the wire?
Yeah, your chuckies.
Oh shit, yeah. Or whatever floats your boat in North Carolina. Belgium.
Greetings from Greece. Have I had this from Greece before?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
Osmar, can you go onto our Facebook, click on the link that I've just posted about half an hour ago, and fill in the details and click submit, and your location will be marked on our digital map too. Vinny, hi from England. Vinny, where in England are you from?
Vinny's from, no, he's not Bath, he's somewhere else. He has said earlier, to be fair. Does Scotland have covered bridges? I don't know what you mean. Covered bridges, Daniel?
Bridges?
I don't know what you mean.
Blanks in the link. Lol. And what happens to my information after I fill in the blanks on that link? The information is just stored for us to see who's where.
Will a Kilted coach show up? Maybe.
When Rap says digital, it sounds like he's saying vegetable.
I love having my digitals with my steak. Steak and digitals is the nutritious cornerstone of my dietary requirement.
Mr. RD 1981, hello from Serbia.
Serbia.
That's a new one as well. Hi from Serbia.
You guys need to do another video comment in our comments. The only thing is with that one is that there's so many comments now.
I know.
There's been so many funny ones, I forget which ones they are and I lose track of them.
I love your digitals.
It's the one-liners.
Do you ever eat fish and chips? Yes, every now and again.
Greetings from Chile. Have you had taco soup lately? Rob, I'm going to shamefully say I've still not done it yet.
Nor have I. I've never had the taco soup.
Do you know what, Rob?
It looks awesome.
We're going to do a video on this. Fuck it, we got it, right? We can't not do a video on taco soup now.
Right, okay.
I'm farting the house down, right? Oh shit.
The girl emceeing actually showcased some tartan lingerie. Interesting timing. She sounds like a good girl.
Anne just donated again. Thank you, Anne.
Oh, Anne, you star.
Rab, how's the wee princess? Oh, she's doing well, the wee ballerina. She's doing well. Rab, does your wife like your chest hair? She does, actually. She doesn't like it when I shave it, but the only reason I don't shave it anymore because you guys lynched me. The only reason I used to shave it was because when you're doing exercise and you sweat, you just feel cleaner if there's not as much hair gathering sweat. But then I realised if I shave it again, I'm going to get attacked.
See when I'm at home and if I'm having dinner, it's obviously sometimes quite warm. So I've just been training one else. So I'll sit in my pajama bottoms and no top. And sometimes I'll have a bowl of muesli or something in the evening, or maybe some protein pancakes or something. Do you ever like have that and then like the next day find like protein pancake in your chest hair and go, oh look at that?
Well, there was one time actually, and this is pretty serious. So I was kind of daddy daycare, right? And my wife had gone out to teach, and I was looking after my daughter. She was playing away and doing whatever she was doing, and I fell asleep. And I woke up and I'm looking about my flat, and I could not find her anywhere. I mean, honestly, your heart sinks. You're like, fucking hell. And I was this close to calling the police until I heard her yell from within Quincy. She's like, Daddy! I was like, oh, thank fuck for that. So I lost her in my chest here, so from that day onwards, yeah, I could lose anything. You mentioned me, RMRD 1981. Way!
Serbia.
What is beef in a bowl?
Steak in a bowl.
Little Lindsay, steak in a bowl. Get her. Oh my god, she's got me thinking about it. Fuck, I was just over that. Listen, I've been going to rehab about it.
That was one of our very first videos that you went on about.
I know,
that,
I
right?
fucking love steak in a bowl. I really do, just with a bit of peppers and a bit of onion. Oh man, sometimes I like eating it with like, I was going to say tweezers, I mean chopsticks, just because I'm so fucking useless with them, right? That it makes it last longer, because if I have a fork, it's just...
Painter68, Robert.
Rabbit, short for Rabbit. My old friend Anne Michelle used to call me Rabbit, so that's a pet name for me.
Yeah, so Rab is it's a Scottish name, so I think the Christian name is Robert on the birth certificate. But yeah, call him Rab. You're Rab.
What got you guys into fitness? Well, I got into fitness when I was very young. Arnold Schwarzenegger movies did it for me. I saw Arnie in, I don't know what movie I saw him in first. I was like, man, look at those guns, the shows. I want to look like that guy. I was doing pull-ups and thingy, and I wanted to be the strongest guy that anybody knew.
When I was young, I used to get, I started off, I think it was maybe £2 a week pocket money from my mum and dad for washing dishes and whatnot. And that went up to £5. When I went to £5, I was able to buy magazines. I used to buy like movie magazines just for the posters inside, right? So
Tell the whole truth. Which shelf did you reach for?
Listen, I was like 12.
So you needed like a foot up to get to the top shelf.
Yeah. But no, I used to get the ones with the posters and stuff. It was a full page poster of Arnie or Sly Stallone or Jean-Claude Van Damme. I had them all up on the wall. It was Arnie that did it for me. I was like, yeah. And my big brother used to have some dumbbells, and I used to just like, I wanted biceps like Arnie, and that's to this day, that's why my biceps have all been quite sort of defined. Because when I was younger, all I used to do was like bicep curls. I was as skinny as a rake, but I had decent biceps.
So
no idea what the hell I was doing. What's your favourite Mexican dish? Fajitas. Fajitas.
Joseph. Fucking hell, Joseph.
Arkansas in the room.
Hey, Joseph. Joe with Arkansas.
Joseph, you're gonna fist bump.
Arkansas. Oh, Joe, we're gonna be meeting you soon, buddy. When do we meet, Joe?
I keep forgetting. I think it's October.
Is it October? This is soon. So
yeah.
We look forward to meeting you, Joe. It's gonna be good banter. Oh man, imagine it fell in like a Thursday. We could do a live feed with Joe here.
I know. Imagine that'd be quite cool, right?
Yeah. Rocky or Rambo? Oh shit. I prefer. I feel there's more character to Rocky, although Rambo's story's a bit more tragic.
I know. See, First Blood for me is.
You feel sorry for him a wee bit, don't you? But because he obviously is mentally disturbed with war. Yeah. Rocky's a nicer character. I like the transition Rocky makes, to be honest. I'm going to say Rocky. I'm not going to shut the fence.
See, I'm gonna. Because you're in the fitness, Rocky does it for you, right? Because the training montages, when the music kicks in, you're like, yeah, you get this hair stand up on end. But see when he says, see in First Blood, because I say this to Sarah now and again, see if she's like winding me up or something, I go, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Well, I just love I think it's in Rocky, it's the one before Creed, so it must be Rocky 6. He does a whole speech about nothing hits harder than life. Let me tell you something you don't already, or let me tell you something you already know.
See,
it's not about how much you get hit, but it's how much you get hit. No, it's not how much you can hit.
Get hit
and keep moving forward. That speech alone is like, fuck, man. He's a legend. Do your children like to exercise with you? Emerald, yes. I've done a video on that.
I need to do a video on this. I've got a pull-up bar at home that I do pull-ups. If I can't train during the day, then when I get home I might just do a sort of back workout. So I'll do some pull-ups at home, maybe some press-ups. And every time my son Argyle sees me, he's like, up there! So he can't talk much, but he says, up there! And I'm like, do you want up there too? And he's like, yeah! So Argyle hangs from the bar, and I've started timing him. So it started off with just a few seconds, and he got up to like 18 seconds. I mean, this is when he's just turned 3, so he's only 2. And it's 18 seconds hanging from a bar. I was like, good on you.
What he's not telling you is that he's then gone a bit too far with it. He says, right, Argyle, unless you get to 19 seconds, you're not getting your dinner. The poor wee lad's like hanging on for dear life.
I actually make him do 30 seconds. So if he comes off at like, he doesn't always do the 18, so sometimes he'll do like 11 or 13.
You put him back in his cage.
I'll say, right, that's 11. You've got 19 to go, and I'll make him get back up there.
Oh, we've had another donation. Stephen Perry again. I'm so happy to the channel this past week. You boys are such fun, kind of educational. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Stephen Perry. Legend.
Thank you to you, buddy. Really appreciate it. Stephen, did we put you on the map?
Yes,
I don't know if we have.
Tell us if you put it on the map.
Where are you from, and are you on the map?
Joe's asking about arms. He's asking if your arm, what size the arm now, or we measured them the other day. They were 15 inches, I think. Mikey prefers Rocky. Rambo's a little bit crazy.
I'd say so.
Hi from Miami. What's your favourite Rocky movie? Ooh, I'm a big one I love Rocky 2, and I also love Rocky 3.
I'm a 4 man.
Are you shit?
4.
I mean, I love Rocky 2 because I love that moment when he's at his wife's bedside, he just had the baby, and she's like, come here, I want you to do something for me. He's like, I'll do anything. He's thinking his fucking nurse the baby at night. She's like, when? And she's like, ding, the music kicks in. He's like, and then fucking Mickey's in the corner, he's like, what are we waiting for? You're like, oh shit, man. I jump out my bed every time I'm watching that.
See, it's when he's training in Russia for me, and he's got the beard, and he's pushing up everyone on the car, and he's like, ah!
But you know what I loved about Rocky 3 was that Rocky 3 is actually a big thing on bullying, because he got out-psyched by fucking Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
The Clubber Lang bullied the shit out of him in the ring, made him afraid of him. I mean, Rocky 4, obviously he was afraid of him, but he had every right to be. Whereas Clubber Lang, he was just
intimidating,
and he went up, he was afraid to fight him. It's brilliant. Rudy, yes, I've seen Rudy. That's American football.
That?
It's
I've not seen that. Is it good?
What's his face?
I'm missing a film here.
It's American football one, and he plays for, I forget. You need to Joseph. I've definitely seen Rudy. Sure, it's American football.
Rapture played James Bond.
Oof.
I can do.
Fucking like that comment.
Who am I? Am I money penny then?
Oh fuck! It's 11 o'clock, man.
Oh,
fuck!
We need to go. We're actually late for our clients.
Right.
We need to go. Sorry.
So we're gonna have to wave goodbye. We've ran over. It's because we love chatting to you guys.
I know. We can actually do this for hours, and actually, do you know what? See, when this coaching group finishes, we will do this for hours. We'll do it for as long as you want. We'll actually a fresh bottle of whiskey, and we'll stay on all night just for you. But for now, we have to go. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
So, we love you all.
Yep.
Fist bumps.